This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Alright, before we do another Arena Cube draft, I want to remind everyone that my content's sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store from my Twitch channel by clicking on their logo below, or from YouTube by clicking on their link in the description below. If you do, it'll take you to their store, as I said, using my referral link, and they have all kinds of Magic products that you should check out, including singles, sealed product, apparel, and, it's a great place to buy gifts for your Magic-loving friends for the holidays. So check them out. What are we going to do here? I guess we're going to use gold here. Okay. Ooh. I do love me some Wrinkle. But I think in this pack, in this format where drafting decks, synergistic, powerful decks is the biggest thing, I think Priest of Forgotten Gods might just be the pick. It's so good at synergizing. It's like it really makes the sacrifice deck insane. Rankle's good and also good in the sacrifice deck, but I think the Priest is best. I think, we're going to see if the sacrifice deck is open, and if it is, well, we're going to be pretty happy because she's pretty much the best thing you can get for that deck. There are other powerful things here, like Wrinkle, especially Elspeth is good, and especially a control deck, Elspeth Conquers Death, but I think it's the Priest here. What's my draft schedule this week? So, I'm definitely streaming on Saturday and Sunday. I may also stream tomorrow. I'm not sure, but definitely on Saturday and Sunday. Less sure about tomorrow, so. Okay, so Settle the Wreckage is spicy. It's nice to, punish people for attacking with everything. Bloodchief's Thirst is a great removal spell, so, that's always on the table. Gonti's pretty sweet. Basically lets you steal a card from your opponent's deck. Dread Wanderer is nice in a sacrifice deck because it can come back, but only if you have Heckbent, going. Otherwise, it doesn't stick around. But it's a nice one drop. It's aggressive. It can help set up our Priest. I think it's the good pick here for us. Yeah. Like, if we end up in a more aggressive deck, it'll still be good, So, okay. So we're seeing more control-y things here. Maybe we don't want Brazen Borrower. So the Sacrifice deck, if we ended up in it, is usually a black-red deck. So keep that in mind. This does sacrifice itself, but there's no guarantee we get sacrifice payoffs, so we can't count on that. Tezzeret's pretty good. Like the best control decks in this format, I think, generally have Planeswalkers as their win condition, and he's a good one to have. But I really love Borrower. Just, the utility it offers is important and limited, and I think that's what we'll take here. Alright, well, there's a Languish, which is quite powerful. Nice little board sweeper. One you can kind of build around if you have some big boys. Skyclave Shade is a nice creature that can come back from the graveyard. Can't block, but it can be a real problem. So Slaughter Priest of Mogis is a sacrifice payoff, and I'm leaning towards taking it here. Grim Initiate's not a bad thing to sacrifice, incidentally, but I think we'll take the Slaughter Priest here and see where things take us. Okay. Well, so now we have a young Pyromancer, which is always exciting. Scavenging Ooze, Shield Breaker, they're fine, but I'm kind of leaning towards Pyromancer here. It works well with a Priest if we ended up in, black-red, and it also works well if we end up in a spell deck, and it's fine in an aggro deck, too, even if it's not the optimal place for it. But it's a great card. It's, it's one of the best 2-drops in the whole game, believe it or not. So it definitely warrants being taken there. So this is a powerful payoff for going wide and being aggressive. Thoughtseize, in a format this powerful, having that kind of disruption is not to be underestimated. Hidden Stockpile is interesting. It can kind of set up a scry loop and give you sacrifice triggers. Overall, I don't love this pack, though. Probably just going to take this Blood Crypt. Yeah. I mean, the Firebrand's not bad, but... Ooh. So, here's another really nice removal spell with utility that also can give you a creature late. So, I think it's what we want to take here. Not clear what we're in this time. We haven't seen, you know, our first 2 cube drafts of the day. The red-white deck was, like, stupid open. We haven't really seen... I haven't seen a lot here to tell me anything so far about what is or is not stupid open. Oh. Okay. Okay. So here's a nice payoff for stuff dying. Here's a good card if we want to be a graveyard deck. In fact, it's another card that's like one of the best in the game at what it does, like the Pyromancer. It's, you know, one card that gives you 7 in your graveyard for a single mana. And, yeah, so it's really good. Somebody's going to say something about one with nothing, but the big difference is one with nothing makes you lose all of your hand, and this doesn't take away any real resources. So I think for now we want the Bastion. I mean, it's just nuts with the Priest and Slaughter Priest. We have a lot of Priests, huh? Yeah. Okay, so Elspeth Conquers Death wheeled, and it is a powerhouse. There's some reasonable blue cards, like if we end up in control deck, Rebuilding's not bad. I think I'm going to take Elspeth Conquers Death, though. I mean, it's kind of unlikely. Like, none of our colors that we're really already into had a great card in that pack, so I think taking Elspeth Conquers Death is good. So this does sacrifice, fixes, stuff like that. That's nice. The Lava Runner will go nicely if we ended up in a blue-red deck. You know, Seagate Restoration's not bad. I'm kind of leaning towards just taking the fixing here. Okay, so Tezzeret came all the way around. That's interesting. You know, he's not absurd, but he's powerful. We could take a land here, which I don't hate the idea of doing. Tezzeret definitely has more upside than a land, but yeah, I think I'm going to take Tezzeret. See what happens. We could, you know, given that I haven't seen any strong signals one way or another, we could definitely end up in a control deck that's like interested in Tezzeret silliness. Which, if that's true, maybe we want Witching Well here. Okay, well, this is a card that can run away with the game alongside our Pyromancer. Yeah, not, you know, this is very different than our first 2 drafts of the day where it was like, oh look, every single red-white aggro card has wheeled. Hello, Urdamon. Happy Hanukkah to you as well, if you celebrate. If you don't, then happy holidays. So... Stockpile's interesting. It would be an interesting splash in the Sacrifice deck at the very least. Ooh, Demonic Pact with new art. Oh yeah, it's from Amonkhet Remastered. I mean, we don't really want it limited, but it is a cool card. So, like, I'm not sure where we're going at all at this point. If this pile of cards hasn't indicated that to you. We do have some good pieces for a Sacrifice deck, but we could just as easily be like a blue-black control deck. In which case, Hostage Taker is really good. I think I probably like it the most out of all the cards in this pack. Yeah, so I think it's what I'll take here. You know, it's a removal spell that also lets you steal their creature. So, that's pretty good, right? Okay. So, Disfigure's not bad, though far from exciting. Here's another card that pairs well, like, with our Sacrifice theme. If we wanted to be 3-color Sacrifice, like, we could do it. We do need to pick up some fixing. We passed a lot in the last pack, but it would be really silly to have alongside all our Sacrifice nonsense So splashing like Stockpile and Doom Foretold alongside our other stuff. There's also, yeah, like Disfigure's an okay removal spell. Doom Foretold seems like a lot of fun. Treasure Map also, you know, does give us fixing, actually. Slowly, but surely. I think I'm going to take Doom Foretold, though. It seems like a good time to me. Okay. Approach of the Second Sun, huh? That's in this set. So I do feel like more and more it's looking like we're going to be a control deck more than anything. Probably a black-blue one. Seagate Stormcaller can be pretty nice, if that's where we're going to be. So if that's what we're doing, our deck looks a little bit different. We might still run the Priest, but it'll be harder to do. I think we'll take the Stormcaller. You know, copying a cheap spell is pretty sweet. Dreadhorde Invasion isn't a terrible win condition. Some reanimation here. You know, Cast Out is a nice removal spell. Yeah, I think we'll take Dreadhorde Invasion. Okay, so Brain Maggots, nice disruption. Archfiend's Vessel, if we were in a reanimator deck, would be good. You know, I'm not completely sold on this at this point. And so I'm kind of considering taking Fairgrounds Warden, but we maybe should just take Ominous Seas, huh? Yeah, let's just take Ominous Seas. Let's just embrace our control deckness. This isn't a terrible thing to have either. I don't think we have enough zombies for Cryptbreaker to be like really good. Oh, yeah. Maybe we do. Yeah, maybe we do. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think maybe I'd rather have Cryptbreaker. It can just take over games, and it's a 1-drop, so you don't say that a lot. So Phyrexian Arena is nice. We are paying a lot of life in this deck right now, but I think it gives us another really powerful source of card advantage. So I'm probably not going to play Doom Foretold either. I do have this Blood Crypt, so maybe that'll come up. And this Golden Egg. I mean, we could splash Doom Foretold, potentially. But, yeah. I mean, right now, Priest of Forgotten Gods isn't great in this deck. Unfortunately for us. That was our first pick, but that deck, the black-red deck, just didn't seem open enough. Basically, at this point, we're a control deck that tries to blow up all our opponent's stuff and win with, like, Talrand or Tezzeret. I think we'll take an Opt here. Could take an Ether Hub for the fixing. I mean, I'm not splashing anything yet, but I think that might be worth it. I think there's a decent chance we end up splashing something. So Treasure Map or Disfigure? I think Treasure Map is pretty powerful. If we can make games go long, I think we're going to want the Treasure Map. I kind of wish we'd taken that Languish, but what are you going to do? Okay, so which of these dual lands do I want more? I guess I already have a Blood Crypt, so it would make it easier to splash something red, but if I take the Temple and I get something white that I want to splash, I can. And we do actually have Elspeth Conquers Death, so if we could get enough fixing to play that, I'd be pretty happy with things. So Banishing Light, I think we can already splash Banishing Light, so that's pretty good. I guess it's maybe more likely to play Staggering Insight. Yeah, I don't think we're a Slitherblade deck. I could be wrong, but... Okay, Angel of Invention is pretty sweet, but it's not really what we're interested in. I think we probably just take Thief of Sanity here. Lets you steal your opponent's stuff. You know, that's always good from the top of their deck. You know, Gifted Etherborn, Agonizing Remorse, and Folio aren't bad, but we haven't ended up... We don't have other mill cards yet, and I think leaning on one mill card... Usually just one mill card isn't enough of a reason to be playing mill. Irrigated Farmland, wouldn't mind getting that because that would help us set up our Elspeth Conquers Death a little better, but we'll take the Thief. Oh boy. Torrential Gearhulk is nuts. I'm excited to play with that. Yeah, we'll flash it in, you know, copy one of our removal spells. Good stuff. You can get a 3-for-1 with it without that much effort between flashing it in to block something, copying, you know, casting a removal spell from your graveyard, and then they have to kill it some way or block it because it's so big. Or you have to block with it, whichever. But yeah, we'll take the Gearhulk. Okay. Do we want Fatal Push or Eliminate more? I don't think we're going to be that good at getting this going. We could just take Mythos of Nethroi too, honestly. Even if we're not ever going to cast it for green-white, which isn't impossible if we splash white because we do have the egg, but and the Ether Hub, so it could happen. Yeah, I'd probably just take the Mythos over these guys. So, you know, now we're seeing all these mill cards. It's making me kind of sad. I'm kind of leaning towards taking the Shrine here, because splashing Elspeth Conquers Death seems well worth it to me, and it would let us do it. You know, Boon of the Wishgiver, Supreme Will, Ashiok to a lesser extent. Those are all good cards, and yeah, there's 2 really good mill cards in this pack, but we're going to take a Godless Shrine. Do we want Fibblethip? Or do we want Essence Scatter more? So we're not splashing you. We're not going to be using you, but we have enough fixing for sure. Probably for both Elspeth and Banishing Light if we want it. So I think I'd rather have another spell here. It seems like Thirst for Knowledge will be pretty good in our deck. But I think we could use an Essence Scatter. Although we do have Ominous Seas, so maybe we need more card draw. Yeah, let's go with Thirst for Knowledge there. Ooh. Can we splash green too? I don't think we can, unfortunately. Not right now. So, another mill card. So, apparently we should have just been in the mill deck. We could splash Cloud Blazer. Don't hate that. Yeah, let's take the Cloud Blazer here. Okay, so Inscription of Ruin is quite good. Even if you can't kick it, it's pretty reasonable. I do love Exclusion Mage and Night Veil Sprite, but I think I go with Inscription here. So, Reassembling Skeleton, I mean, I think we're going to end up losing our Sacrifice package in this deck, basically. I think in the end it didn't really pan out, so I don't really think we want it. I guess I'll take Disallow here. I kind of doubt it makes the cut, but... Okay, we got some more fixing, which I'm thrilled about, so... Alright, so a couple aggro cards. We're probably more interested in the removal spell. May not make the cut, but... I don't hate Winged Words. Alright, yeah, so I mean, the sacrifice element of our deck is probably just completely decimated. Probably also means Crypt Breaker won't be worth it. I do still think Dreadhorde Invasion will be worth it. But like, Priest of Forgotten Gods, probably not going to be able to do her thing. Alright, I think we'd rather have the Boon than Ashiok. Again, like if we'd taken more mill cards, it would make sense, but we didn't. So, you know, I don't think we want to do it that way. Yeah. What was I taking out? Oh, yeah, the sacrificey stuff. So I don't think the Bastion will be worth it either. Essence Scatter came back. That's cool. I don't hate Night Veil Sprite either, honestly. there's a lot of cuts to be made here. You know, the card quality in Cube is so high that sometimes the hardest thing is trimming your deck, but we can do it. So I don't really think Glass Casket's worth the splash, so that's an easy cut. I think Banishing Light and Elspeth Conquers Death definitely are. I do kind of wish we'd found, like, Skittering Surveyor, I think would have really pulled our mana together, but I think it's okay as is. Disallow's probably not what we want. We have... I guess we only have a couple artifacts. How many things can we copy with this? Not very much in the end. 2 or less? Yeah, I think we cut it, because the only thing that we can really copy is Feed the Swarm. We're never going to be able to copy Essence Scatter, so yeah, I think we lose the Stormcaller, which is a little sad. I think we hold on to the Egg for fixing, and maybe the life gain too. So... yeah, on occasion, we might actually be able to play this because we'll have Treasure and Golden Egg and Ether Hub. So it's not impossible that we find a way to pay green and white for it. It might not even come up, but it is possible. So we need to cut 2 more cards. Do I feel like I need Tezzeret in this deck? I'm never going to control enough artifacts. It's just going to be making Thopters, which isn't terrible, but I think our other win conditions now might just be better. But I probably leave him in there. Probably something more worth cutting. How many flyers do we have? Is Winged Words... we don't have that many. We have a few. And obviously Tezzeret's one of them, effectively. And so is Talrand. Yeah, maybe we can lose this Witching Well. It's kind of unimpactful. I like the Sprite okay, but it may be the cut too. I mean, it gives us an early creature for one thing, which you don't have much of. And for another thing, it helps us smooth out our draws. So, I think Winged Words is going to be better than Thirst for Knowledge in this deck. Although, Thirst for Knowledge is an instant. I'm only going to keep one of them. Yeah, let's go with the Thirst. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Alright, I will be right back, and then we'll play the games with... oh, let me check my mana base first, to make sure it's not horrendous. It kind of is. So we're... before I go, we don't need more than 1 plains, and we may not even need 1 plains. Like a land that only produces 1 color of mana, why do we want that? I mean, we have 4 lands that can produce white. So, I'm glad I looked at our mana here. I'm glad I looked. So, I think we'll add 1 more island and 1 more swamp. That gives us 8 blue sources. 9 and 9, basically, not counting, you know, non-land cards in our deck. Oh yeah, do we want Cryptbreaker? I somehow ended up not cutting Cryptbreaker. I mean, we've got few zombies, but not enough anymore. Dreadhorde Invasion and Never to Return. I think we lose the Cryptbreaker. And what do we put back in? Witching Well, Disallow, Winged Words. Yeah, so Mythos of Nethroi has really weird wording, but basically what it says is destroy target creature. If you pay green and white to cast this, it can also destroy target. It can destroy any non-land permanent. That's what it means, but it's weirded strangely. I definitely think we can cast Elspeth Conquers Death. We have these 4 white sources. We've got Treasure Map. We've got Golden Egg. I think we're fine, like in terms of being able to play it. I guess I could throw one of these in, but I don't think they're going to work in the deck the way it turned out. I think I'll put Winged Words back in. All right. I will be right back, and then we'll play the games. All right. Let's hope we don't get run over by some aggro decks. We can't handle that. All right. Looks good enough. I mean, I wish we had some removal, but I'll take it. Should we cycle our boon? Probably. All right, they're like us. Esper control, at least most likely. All right. So we'd really like to stick this Thief of Sanity if we can. And just go to town, but it's kind of unlikely we'll really get it going. But he'll need a removal spell at least. Yeah. You don't exile, right? You just destroy. That's unfortunate. I guess we can attack first. Surveil. See what we have on top. I think we'll put that in the graveyard. We already have a card draw spell, and we don't need, like... If I had my, the thing that makes a Kraken, I guess I'd be more likely to stick with it, but... Alright, so... See if our Thief of Sanity is allowed to live. We can Hostage Taker Woe Strider eventually, which will feel pretty good. By eventually, I mean next turn if we want, and, you know, our opponent lets it happen. Yeah, I'm sure the Thief's gonna die. Like, you have to kill... Either that or play a flyer of your own or something with reach. It's just so nasty. Okay. They're gonna let me hit them with the Thief. I mean, they may not have a choice, really, in the matter, but... I'm happy about it either way. So, do I just attack with both and then Hostage Taker the real Woe Strider? Oh, except now they can sacrifice each other. Man, that's annoying. That means my Hostage Taker won't have any hostages. I do think I attack with both here. Do we want another island right this minute? I don't really think we do. We get to see what's on top of our library and steal something from the top of theirs. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess Ravenous Chupacabra is still a pretty nice card, so... given that they're a blue deck, I think I'm going to go ahead and kill the fake one right away. I can kill one of them with the inscription, but the real problem is the escape. That's why I want a hostage taker, the Woe Strider. Yeah. This way, I don't use up my hostage taker like I would have otherwise done. All right. I'm gonna hostage taker their hostage taker and get back my, yeah, Thief of Sanity. Oh, they can sack it, but at least they get my thief back. So, I'll take it. Yeah, but they can sack it. That Woe Strider, man, gives me a hard life. Harder than I'd like. But getting my Thief of Sanity back feels pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll take an Essence Scatter. So, we'd like to use this for white mana, especially because we already have Elspeth Conquers Death in our hand, but... Ooh. Okay. That's not good. Now I really need white mana, and I know I'm not drawing it. I guess I could find it in their deck. That is a possibility. 3, 4, 5, 6. So... yeah, converted mana costs 3 or less. Alright, so we're going to attack with both of these. Both to set up our own draw and maybe steal something valuable from them. That's my top card. I'm kind of scared about paying the life, but... yeah, especially because if I let them get to next turn anyway, they're going to be able to play my hostage taker. So... oh, I could Thirst for Knowledge for it, though. If that's what I have to do, I can do it. Yeah, we'll leave it on top. Interesting. I really don't want to put Unburial Rites in their graveyard. Even though I don't have anything great to get with it. If I put it in their graveyard for them, things are going to get really crazy here. So that's what I'm going to steal. And then I'm going to Thirst for Knowledge. Thirst for Knowledge. Yeah... I think Treasure Map's going to be too slow in this one, so we will discard it. And then we feed the Swarm their hostage taker. Get back our hostage taker and exile their Woe Strider. Oh, they'll sacrifice it. Oh, no, they won't. They want me to take the damage. Alright. I think that all worked out pretty well. Overall. Could have been worse. The hostage takeriness of this has been... yeah, it's been very funny. So we can play Elspeth Conquers Death soon with our golden egg. They have a pretty cool deck, like the graveyard shenanigans they have going on with Body Double, and they could copy like Hostage Takers and Plague Crafters and Spark Doubles from their graveyard. They have a cool graveyard deck for sure. now taken a hostage. We can actually kick, not far from being able to kick Inscription of Ruin. Okay. Wow. I can't believe how much we're casting Hostage Taker. I mean, I can, but I also kind of can't. Thief of Sanity has been the real MVP here. Really ruining their lives. They're probably like, where's my Unburial Rights? Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to play Phyrexian Arena this game, if I had to guess. Alright, so let's attack with both of these. Would I rather cast Elspeth Conquers Death? Would I like more blue mana now? Actually, I think I kind of would. Okay. We're gonna take this Scholar. We could take the land, but if we get to cast that Scholar, which I think we'll be able to do, like, next turn. Yeah, I can't actually do that this turn anyway, so it's definitely better to play Hostage Taker here. I mean, I can play the egg as well, but I think leaving up mana for Essence Scatter is worthwhile. You know, gaining the life from the egg wouldn't hurt either at this point, but... So next turn I could cast Scholar of the Lost Trove and copy whatever from my graveyard. So yeah, we're going to leave up Essence Scatter here. Yeah. We have a lot of cards that we can play. I have a feeling these might be some pretty long games. I should probably play their Woe Strider next turn just so that they can never get it back again. Oh, thank God we kept mana up for Essence Scatter. Whew. Alright, we got there. Yeah, they were a little mana screwed. It didn't help them. I'm sure they wanted a lot more than 4 or 5 mana. What do you mean by if they have to leave before finishing? Right, I think we can keep this. Treasure Map will give us white mana, so I'm down. You mean like if you're in the middle of a draft, the draft portion of a draft, and you don't complete it? You just get auto-picked if, yeah, if that's what happens. Okay. Yeah, so we're up against an aggro deck, which might not bode super well for us. Oh, you have basically an eternity to finish it, at least until that event is over. And if you're playing a recent format, that event won't be over anytime soon. So This is not the right matchup for us, I can tell you that. What I'm trying to decide is if I want to use up removal here, because this guy is a real problem in that he can come back later, and that is kind of annoying. And if I wait a turn, I can Banishing Light him instead, so maybe it's worth just taking the damage. I think it is. Oh, I can't actually Banishing Light him. What am I talking about? I was thinking... I don't get a treasure for a while, so I screwed that up a little bit. I mean, I might be able to Banishing Light him, but... Yeah, I think we'll just kill him. I definitely should have done it before it hit me. I can tell you that much. Okay. You are a sorcery. Do I want to use you? Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, I think we do. Yeah. I feel a lot better if I could play this Cloud Blazer. Although, Return is actually going to be pretty nice, just because I already got a removal spell out of it, and then it'll be something I can use to trade. So, unfortunately, you're not going to let me play anything right away, but I think that's probably okay. Going down to 12 here with that removal spell doesn't seem ideal, but... I can play Banishing Light now, for what that's worth. But yeah, I think we'll feed the Swarm this. Like, all of our life-paying things that are in our deck are not nearly as good against an opponent like this. I'm hopeful that's all they have, but given that they're a red-white deck in this cube, it's pretty unlikely that's all they have. Not a terrible thing to use Banishing Light on either. Ah, so they're gonna like try to go for a kill here. I hope my Cloud Blazer messes up their math. Oh boy, Tezzeret. Are you gonna get it done for me on this board? I don't really think you are. Sorry, buddy. Alright, so we're gonna play Cloud Blazer. So I can transform this right now and then suddenly have mana available for Essence Scatter. So that's kind of a sweet thing I can do this turn. They're not too far away from Eternalize, and that's not good. But I think I can survive it. Yeah, Essence Scatter doesn't do anything about that. Alright, so... yeah, we're going to trade for one of those. And we're going to do this. I don't think we're going to be in big need of that mana. So the annoying thing is I can't counter this because it's not... oh, I can use this to exile. I kind of forgot that it even does that. Awesome. That makes me feel so much better. I only remembered the zombie part of it. Whew. Okay. Well, in that case, I think we might be okay. For now, we're just going to end our turn. We want this game to go long. I think if we can do that, we'll probably win. Although, now it seems like Tezzeret would have been pretty nice. Yep, this is the last draft of the day, Kevin. Man, they are concerning me. Thank God I had Essence Scatter. Okay, they decided... I mean, that game wasn't over yet. I mean, sure, I was going to draw extra cards and stuff, but they didn't necessarily have to scoop there. They weren't completely out of luck. Just mostly. Well, I mean, I think it was something of a rage quit, but at the same time, like, that was a game that inevitably I probably would have won, given both of our situations. Right, I think we can keep this. Funnily enough, we don't have our black mana, but Treasure Map can eventually get us there. But yeah, we've taken away, like, all of their resources. We had a bunch of cards in our hand, 1,000,000 mana, and ways to draw cards. And they knew all of that, so they were just like, okay, then. Nightveil Sprite might help us find black mana if we don't find it. Yeah, I think for now I want to play the Sprite. Ah, Mill Deck. I forgot we had Torrential Gear Hulk. So, a Mill Deck is going to be pretty good against us too, I think, unfortunately. We like drawing cards. So, yeah. We're going to attack. We may not want to surveil. Do I actually want to keep that land? Although it's probably going to get milled anyway, but, you know. No, you're right, it is longer than usual. I don't know if they've said why, but my guess is that it's because of COVID. Hi, Game Zinder. Yep, I'm enjoying the cube. Did 3 cube drafts today, so... So, I'm not going to bother scrying until, like, the end of their turn, because, yeah, okay. We're just going to leave this island on top, but, you know, getting the token, the counter on there is worth it, I think. Alright, so let's attack, see what's on top again. Yeah, nah, we don't have black mana right now, and I'm not sure when we will. Alright, so let's play Talran now. So, Thirst for Knowledge will make a 2/2. It's pretty good. Ooh, that's not good. Sweltered. Alright, well, without any pressure on us... I think that's definitely what we want to do. If we can get Treasure Map more operational... Uh-oh. Yeah, they have a legit mill deck, clearly.
This is my masterpiece.
They got the mill going. Elspeth can kill that, which is nice. But yeah, let's... do we want to scry before we thirst? I guess if there's white mana on top of my library, I would just automatically use the draw. So I'm going to go ahead and scry here. That's not white mana. It's not completely unwelcome either, but I don't know. I don't feel like we have time for it against the mill deck. Alright, so let's thirst. Hey, Ominous Seas, that would have been good like a second ago. Now I think it's too late.
A master builds with ease.
I mean, this is 4 fewer cards that'll get milled. I think that matters right now.
Relent.
I think I'm going to bounce the Drake and finish off Ashiok. Does mean they get to draw another card, but not getting milled to death by Ashiok is pretty good. Although, I guess I could have just used Elspeth. The annoying thing is I'm not going to have a creature to get back, so they've taken that part away, but, you know, it's whatever.
I will always return.
So, let's go ahead and do this. Ooh, hello. That will be helpful. So he can draw me a bunch of cards now, but I think they've milled us enough that it's kind of dangerous area to be drawing cards. So I think I'm just going to make another Thopter.
This will keep an eye on you.
And yeah, end our turn. Thopter City. Alright, so let's flash in the Borrower. I don't really have a reason to use Hostage Taker yet. I'm just going to attack with all the flyers. I think I'm going to cash in a treasure. Am I, though?
I learned a few tricks on Kaladesh.
Yeah, I'll end my turn. They haven't milled us in a while, but they're going to do something here. I don't know if it's... Is it Torrential Gearhulk? Okay, I mean, that's honestly not that big of a deal. We weren't really planning on using his ultimate. So... But if they have a sweeper here, another one, we're in trouble, I think. We gotta win with these flyers. Gross. So they're gonna get back Sublime Epiphany. Is this just a combo? Does this just let them... No, it exiles it. Yeah, that's gross. That is gross. It's not the end of the world for us, surprisingly enough, but man. Wow. Still not the end of the world, but it hurts, that's for sure. I'm so scared to draw cards. Like, maybe I shouldn't be, but given their life total and what we have in our hand, I don't think we need to draw a bunch of extra cards right now. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 mana. Unfortunately, they exiled my graveyard, so if I steal one of these and cast it, it's not going to do anything right away. I mean, I think it is still what we should do, but... yeah, so let's Elspeth Conquers Death. And we want to take that out. And then we will Hostage Taker. Alright, so I knew they had more mill somewhere. Well, I think we probably lose, but casting Cloud Blazer always feels good, right? You know, unless you're playing against a mill deck. Interesting. Okay, so we can kill Jace, which will buy us a tiny bit of time.
This isn't over until we figure out a solution.
And then we can play Thief of Sanity. We're down to 4 cards. It'd be funny if they like attack me with this token here so that I can get something back. I mean, they're not going to, but it would be funny. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna block with this Hostage Taker then, and then get it back with Elspeth Conquers Death, and get rid of your Crackling Drake. That gives me a tiny chance, potentially. Yeah, they just realized that. They're like, oh, no. So now it's my turn to do some milling. See what we can steal, if anything. They may kill our thief here. Do they have anything I need to exile? Not really. Drawing one more card could be too much for us to handle. Now, the annoying thing is if I don't play Crackling Drake, they'll get it back. if they kill my hostage taker. But it really does accelerate our clock at this point enough that, I mean, I can get rid of the Crackling Drake with Banishing Light. So I think we're just going to play Tezzeret here. Ouch. Okay. Let's see what you did there. They just need one more mill card and we're done, so they're gonna cast my Never on my Thief or on my Hostage Taker. I'm not sure which. Nice. I actually prefer they do it on my Thief. I mean, on my Hostage Taker in this case. Since I can just deal with Crackling Drake immediately and keep attacking them in the air. How much life do they have? They have 6. Yeah, that means Lavamancer can assist me. Oh, I don't have red mana anymore. Poop. I used up all my treasure. Well, I mean, Curious Obsession will add 1 more damage to the board, but I can't imagine that'll be enough. I guess the Lavamancer at least gives me a body. Oh, I have Golden Egg. Ha 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 ha. Golden Egg does draw me a card, so I'm going to wait to play it, but... have to wait a turn anyway, and there's no reason to draw the card off of our egg this turn, so... Are we going to get there? Did they draw? I mean, if they have any way to mill us, yeah, that'll work too. I was going to say, any way to mill us, the ability to bounce anything. Man, they're brave. Oh, they're not that brave. They just have everything they could ever want. Yeah. Alright, well, I think they got us. I mean, if they go after Banishing Light, I think they're really taking a risk they don't need to. They should just get rid of the Thief. Or the Cloud Blazer. Sure, I can't really recast it. Well, our last card is Boon of the Wishgiver, so... Oh, well, let's see what I have on top of their deck, I guess. They must know they don't have anything that'll just, like, lose them the game here. It'd be funny if there was something. But there is not. Yep, that was a fun one. Where's our Torrential Gearhulk? You know? Oh, another no black mana hand. I actually think we have to mulligan this one. We do have Scry on this. Whew. But I still think it's a mulligan. Okay, this is a little more reasonable. Oh man, I'm so far away from Torrential Gearhulk with this hand. But I'm also pretty far away from Banishing Light. I guess it's a little more likely I get the mana for it, but... just need one white source after all? Okay. Sorry, Torrential Gearhulk. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, our opponent's going to have a fast start. And our Dreadhorde invasion is probably going to be a liability. That said, I think we still play it. I mean, giving us bodies to trade for theirs does matter. That's basically what they'll be doing, so... Oh my god. That is not good.
My assistants are painfully sloppy.
Yeah, we're pretty much dead already in this one. So I think we... Really? You should definitely attack with your Hell Rider, my man. I'm not... I mean... If the best case scenario for me is that I double block, you know... Alright, so we're gonna block that. Okay. Let's see if we can find something that'll help us in their deck. Skewer the Critics does help us. Yes, please. I'm gonna cast Winged Word. This is a... Okay. I'm gonna play a tapped Godless Shrine. Then I'm gonna Skewer Hellrider. But, you know, we're on a pretty short clock. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'm glad we have Banishing Light. You know, it's funny because I think we're going to end up losing the game because of the Dreadhorde invasion, but I don't know that we would have made it this far without it either. So, it's kind of a funny situation. So, we should definitely attack them first, see if we can find anything useful. Yeah, I mean, sure. I don't think we're gonna get to use it, but... Alright, so we're gonna play Banishing Light. Okay. I'm gonna grab this Firebrand. We're doing our best here to try to find a way. But they do have Experimental Frenzy in play, which is not great. 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can almost kick my Inscription. Alright, so we're definitely blocking. This game has ended up being a lot closer than I expected it to be. I'll tell you one thing though. I'm not gonna have time to cast Boon of the Wishgiver, so we're just gonna throw it away. Get something else. Okay, so we can cast Elspeth Conquers Death now, but I don't know that that does a whole lot for us. I think kicking Inscription of Ruin seems pretty good. course, then I can't use whatever I draw, but I can hit them for a lot here and get them a lot closer to being dead. And get rid of whatever's in their hand. They can't play whatever's in their hand anyway, I guess, but... Four, 6, 7. Yeah, so we'll grab the lightning axe. This one's gonna be close. We can kill them next turn in a number of different ways, with Dreadhorde Invasion making this a 2/2. I think we got him. Wow, I didn't think we were going to be able to do it. Yeah, when they didn't attack with Hellrider, that probably is what cost them all of that. I'm with you. Because the best I could do was double block it. Yeah, including with my Thief. The Thief has probably been the MVP so far, given we haven't seen Torrential Gearhulk at all, so... Guess that's not too much of a surprise. Ooh, okay, this is pretty good. We haven't gotten Ominous Seas early yet, but it's a pretty legit win condition for our deck. And we, of course, also have our Thief. We have 3 different, basically, win conditions. You know, Thief of Sanity's not usually going to get there on damage, but, you know, the cards it draws you are a big deal. So, they're an aggro deck of some kind. I'm probably going to have to use the Inscription to kill something this turn. That is not good. Alright, so if that's what they're doing, I actually think I can get away with playing Thief of Sanity here. They have some pressure on me, but not so much that I feel like I have to fire off the Inscription. And if I can get tokens going... They're probably about to kill my Thief, but if I could get tokens going with Talrand, I can survive for a while. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Yeah, attack with that Pel Collector. We're going to take 6. Alright, and then we're going to attack them. I guess I could play the Dryad now and drop 2 lands. I don't hate that. I mean, I could hold on to the Hydra for later, or the Kenra for later. But, yeah, I think I like this more. Oh, I forgot the Kenra has... That was probably not my best thought. I probably should have just taken the Kenra so they couldn't use it later. Yeah. So we're gonna take another... Oh, man. We need our Banishing Light. That's what we really need. Yeah, you're not gonna get it done. Unfortunately. Wolvenwald Hydra. That's pretty helpful here, I think. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get the one that lets us scry. Oh, maybe I should have gotten black, huh? Because then I would be able to kick Inscription of Ruin. That's a pretty dumb punt on my part. Why do you have to have trample? It doesn't seem fair. Oh yeah, all my lands tap for all colors. Ooh. Well, that... Oh, they forgot to pay the 4 life. Oh man, that sucks for them. That gives us a real chance in this one. If they'd paid 4 life, it wouldn't have died. So... Yeah. I think we probably play Talrand. I guess we attack them first. Ooh. Yeah, okay, we'll take you. I don't think I'm playing you just yet. Because I think it's going to be better to just go Talrand. Yeah. So if they don't use their Kenra this turn, I can return it next turn. So they kind of have to use it now. And them using it now isn't especially devastating. So that's nice. Oh. This will get trample. Overlooked that. So it's going to be a 7/7 with trample. Okay, they decided they'd rather kill my thief, which probably not the worst plan in the world. But... let's get rid of that Kenra. And then... yeah, I guess we'll hold off on doing anything else right now because we don't really have to. I'm going to attack with this Drake. And we'll leave up mana for our Mythros, which we can pay green-white for if we really want to. Uh-oh. I'm at 3 life, and they have red mana in their deck. So, even though it looks like we're stabilizing, it may not happen. Okay, so we can survive that, luckily for us. This has, let's see, trample, yeah. What's going to be better to do here? Do I want to kill the Pelt Collector because it's going to stick around and get bigger? And then I can just throw everything in front. Yeah, so we're going to kill the Pelt Collector. Yeah, that's going to be better in the long run. And we can endure the swing here. With... we don't... do I still want this Dryad? Is it doing anything for me? Not really anymore. We have all their mana, so... I'd rather hold on to the Flyers. Alright, so we are in great shape now, to say the least. Do we have a 2-mana thing to get back with that? No. So let's play Winged Words here. Yeah, okay. Man, these string of games where we've stabilized at these low life totals has been a good time. I think that's some of the most fun Magic there is when you're playing a control deck and you manage to endure the early onslaught and just sort of slowly win the game. It wasn't actually going to be that slow, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, I think we can keep this. You know, even against an aggro deck, Dreadhorde Invasion actually, I mean, it also made the game a little more dangerous than it would have otherwise been. Well, sort of. In terms of, like, in the late game, I had a clock on myself. But the bodies it gave us to trade early with those X1s were crucial at helping us actually win that game. Ratchet Bomb. So they can use it to just destroy my token right away if they want, but... Okay. So I think we let that stuff chill for now and play our Thief. We've seen our Thief a lot, and we haven't seen our Torrential Gearhulk at all. But I guess that's okay. So if they play a creature here, we can Hostage Taker. Our opponent's going to be in a pretty brutal world of hurt, if that's what they do here. So we're going to attack with both of these. Question is whether it's going to be worth it to Banishing Light that Ratchet Bomb so that I can hold on to my Thief, potentially. They may be about to kill it, so... Okay. Well, they're not going to kill it, but I'm going to kill that. So let's see what they have. They can kill it with Ratchet Bomb, but I'm kind of okay with that. Oh boy. So Elspeth Conquers Death it is. So they can add a counter and then Ratchet Bomb, but it would also blow up their Midnight Clock. Ah, they decided to get rid of Dreadhorde Invasion. Okay. That wasn't very nice. So, yeah, I think it's probably time to hit that. We can't really let them draw their whole library, you know? And they're tapped out right now, so I'm just going to do it. We have Hostage Taker and their Elspeth Conquers Death ready to go. Of course, if they don't play anything I can hit with that, it doesn't really matter. But alright, so let's Thirst for Knowledge here. Try to. They might counter it, I guess. No. Trying to decide if I want to hold on to the boon in this case. I think the way this game looks, I'm actually going to get to cast the boon. If I keep an island, though, I can just cast Winged Words right away. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of an island and Winged Words. our turn there. This game's going to be interesting, and it's going to go long, as many of them have. Surely they'll play a creature someday, right? No point in me hostage-takering or anything else until they do. Yeah, I don't really need you. I have an Elspeth Conquers Death if I want it. Alright, so... let's boon here. Oh yeah. She can steal artifacts. That might be worth it. I don't think I want to do it yet. I'm gonna boon here. Might get countered, but I can live with that. Yeah, it does. It does get countered. But hello, Aperon. Thanks for making it to the stream. I'm probably going to be a little too late on stealing Maze Mind Tome for it to be worth it. How many cards do they have in there? So, right now, anyway, we are ahead of them on milling. Okay. Look out. Yeah, I mean, I think we're too late to the game to really bother with Maze Mind Tome. Yeah, I could have scryed on my upkeep. It's true. This is a pretty nice two things to have in your hand, though. It makes me feel pretty safe. I mean, there's some things we can't deal with, but there's not a lot. That's one of the things I can't deal with. I was just thinking we were ahead of them on mill, but... oh, actually, Elspeth can hit that, so that's good. Hopefully that works. They do have a bunch of cards in their hands, so it might not. Right now, I don't see us really effectively abusing Talrand. Like, we don't have card draw. Well, that's not true, because we have our treasure. Okay, we're gonna leave Talrand. So, if I'm trying to play around counter magic here, would I rather they counter my Talrand or my Elspeth Conquers Death? I think I'd rather they counter Talrand. Okay, well, fine. They wouldn't have been able to counter Elspeth Conquers Death with that one, but... so, I think we probably go after the tutelage. That's most likely to make us lose the game here, so... so we'll hit the tutelage. I'm not blocking, so... probably should have done that first. I'm probably more likely to bring back Thief of Sanity than Talrand, since Thief of Sanity is a one-stop shop for winning the game. Ooh, that's nice. So let's play Cloud Blazer first. We have what? 17? Yeah. Matters a little. It probably won't come down to mill in the end here, I guess, but we'll play a Cloud Blazer here and see what they do. They might counter it, and if they do, then I hostage taker their Great Shark. which will be kind of a nightmare for them. So, oh, that's less than ideal. Yeah, that's not good. Oh boy, that Sublime Epiphany. Ouch. So, even if I hostage take or something, they're just gonna kill my hostage taker. So, I don't think we have a whole lot of choice here. I am gonna sack a treasure here and see if we can draw something. Hey, there's our Gear Hulk. That could help us get there, but we can't really attack with our Sprite this turn. We don't have anything super great. I guess the Mythoses aren't bad. So I'm glad they did that without getting anything out of it. Oh. I guess they get that out of it. Which isn't a lot to get, but it is something. Okay. Is there anything I really don't want them to get back with that? Not super crazily. We have 10 mana here, so... I think Hostage Taker will steal the original Great Shark. And I think we just end our turn. It is going to be kind of annoying next turn that, yeah, well, here's the thing. If I flash in the Great Shark to block theirs, I'll be able to get it back, but I guess... Well, except that I can... Yeah. It'll be more expensive, but I can use... Oh, no, I can't, because I have to cast Never and Return. I don't know. I don't know what the right move is here. This game is wacky. So, they know I have counter magic here. But I think I still kind of have to do this. The problem is that they can recast it right away. But we're going to do it anyway. Try to. At least they don't get their Great Shark back immediately. Yeah. So they won't get the Great Shark back. They will exile my Hostage Taker, though. Yeah, I think we're out of luck. My spells being more expensive is no joke right now either. Oh, actually, we're not quite out of luck. We don't quite... we're one mana... We're a few mana short of being able to stop this entirely, but... Yeah, I think we do this. Gets back our Hostage Taker. And at least we get rid of this token. But yeah, they're going to reanimate something nasty this turn. Probably this again. This is going to be wacky, because they can reanimate that, but I can actually get rid of it again if I have to. I guess I don't need to because they have Embalm. So at this point, their clock might help mill them. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so... The problem is, though, that we're... I think we're going to be dead before we can do anything about it. 2 4-power creatures. So I can rebuy a spell from my graveyard, but it only lets me kill one thing. But if I gain... Let's see. So... Yeah, I don't have the resources to do anything to survive here. Nope. They got us. Yeah, the blowout with that Sublime Epiphany was rough. That card's so good and everything. I guess it's not seeing a ton of play in Constructed, but it's good in all the limited formats. And I feel like in this one, you can really manufacture blowouts with it because games are so crazy. So, I think this is an alright hand. We've got access to all our mana and various ways to dig into our library. Oh, nice. So, yeah, we definitely play Ominous Seas here. I guess I could have played that Golden Egg to draw a card in that last one. Still wasn't really a whole lot in our deck that could have saved us, but there might have been something I didn't think about. So this hand should be able to generate some Krakens. So it's another Esper control deck, it would seem. We're going to end our turn. Plan on Thirst for Knowledging at the end of theirs. Or are they going to Thirst for Knowledge at the end of ours? No. I want to discard this treasure map or a couple other things. I think I'm going to lose the map. So, I mean, against this deck, how likely is it that my Thief of Sanity gets to live? Okay. Well, now it's pretty likely. I'm pretty okay with that overall. I mean, it's pretty likely it resolves. I guess it's not likely it lives. Exactly. Yeah, so let's play our Thief. Say, hope you have a way to deal with that. They probably do. They're an Esper control deck. I mean, we would be able to kill it multiple times. I can feed the Swarm that, but it also comes back with no counters on it, sadly. So right now, I don't see a reason to. So, let's play our Arena. Try to outcard them. See if they let us. Gives them a win condition of sorts, but yeah, I was gonna say the extra cards it draws me can be devastating. So, yeah, I think we'll just end our turn. We can kick Inscription of Ruin next turn. So that's cool, I guess. Unfortunately, we can't kill that with our Inscription, but I think it's still probably going to be worth it. Well, maybe it's not now. Maybe it's better to play Talrond and just make them mind rot them. Yeah, that's probably better. So I'll play Talrand. Then I'm going to mind rot them. pretty sweet to staple a 2/2 Drake to a Mind Rot, you know? Well, they lost a board sweeper there, which concerns me a bit. Ah. Well, now that's something I'm going to have to feed the Swarm, because otherwise it's going to destroy our lives. Yeah. That's the plan. Because... Oh, yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We've got our Mythos. We have an egg, too, if we really need to gain life. We can actually use this to blow up any permanent, non-land permanent right now because of our egg. So, do I try to kill this thing? I'm going to take the 4. See what else they have. Right, well, now we're going to try to kill it. Nice. We're going to hold on to that egg. I mean, most likely we're going to use it to gain life at some point. Right, we've got them on a 2-turn clock now. Okay, that's not good. But it does mean they're going to go to 6 here. Oh, yeah. Okay. You'll be useful someday. Hopefully soon. Alright. Yeah, we'll just end our turn again. I don't know, there's people who don't like Cube. So you're not alone, I don't think, but... So they're trying to find a way to not die to Talrand and his Drake friends. I like that they're down to 3 mana to find a way to do that, I have to say. Can there really be a way for them? Ah. Well, the good news is we can kill it right away. Interesting. Okay, so, yeah, we're gonna cast Never. You know, it doesn't get us back our guy, but I think I'm okay with it. I get 2 Drakes out of the deal. So, should I also Banishing Light this? No, I don't think so. So, I think we want to take away Hostage Taker, just to be safe. End our turn. I feel like they're looking for a board sweeper, which would be not good for us, obviously enough. All right. That's good news. The Drakes got it done. the complete lack of black mana here a big deal? I don't think so. We have Scry after all. See, we're fine. And now we're really fine. I guess we'll take it. I mean, it's tempting not to just because it's so likely I draw more black mana later, but making sure we can use Never is pretty good, especially the way this hand started. Uh-oh. Yeah, we kind of wish we had that bad boy. Okay, so... we could use our enchantment destruction spell now, please. I guess we have a couple things that can deal with it. Alright, so I think I'm going to try to cast Winged Words here. They may just let me do it and then use their... oh no, they can't use it yet. Alright. Works for me. Yeah, so, I mean, this is sort of like a double-faced card in the sense that eventually we reach a critical point and it turns into a Kraken, but theirs turns into a crazy card advantage engine. And it's not just card advantage, it's card selection. So, it is a powerful, powerful thing. So, are they going to let me resolve Talrand? I kind of doubt it, but I'm going to try. If they do let me resolve it, they probably have a way to kill him. Not outright kill him, at least. Yep, I mean, it's pretty easy. If you take lands highly, you can get crazy good mana base in this format. We have a pretty good one, too. Not as good as theirs, but we are playing 3 white cards, which I think says a lot. So, they're going to be... next turn, this will flip. So, it would be nice to find the destruction spell we want here. But it's not very likely. We have a couple things that could do it, though. Banishing Light and the 1 in a black destroy target creature or enchantment thing. Feed for blood or whatever. Wow, we did draw Banishing Light. That was lucky. The question is whether it's worth it. I think it's probably worth it. After all, we have plenty of other removal in our deck, so... get out of here. Well, that's gross. Oh my. We do have a lot of other removal, but I'm pretty worried about all that nonsense. So maybe we're just gonna boon here. don't think I'm going to have time for treasure map. But I guess I can just discard lands. I might as well. Yeah. So I can make a Kraken whenever. And a Kraken is in fact larger than Elder Gargaroth. We can also hostage taker Elder Gargaroth now. Which is pretty sweet. So, just because I need this Gargaroth to stay dead, I actually think I'm going to use Never on it, but I'm probably going to play Talrand first. Yeah. Attack with this Kraken. These control deck mirrors are wacky. Thank you. It's just like silly. So they can cast this now if they want to. If they don't, I'm gonna get rid of it and make a zombie and a Drake at the same time. I see. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm actually sort of okay with this. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the fight part too. That was pretty brutal. That was brutal. Gotta give him that. Okay. Well, yeah, so we're gonna return on Champion of Wits. It's sad not having Talrand in play, but what are you gonna do? I don't see a great reason to hostage taker their hostage taker until I can take it and then use it all in the same turn. Which I guess I could have done this turn, but you know. So let's play this golden egg. Draw another card. Alright, and this Dreadhorde Invasion seems pretty reasonable here. Then we'll attack them. Take that. Got a pretty powerful hand. I'm sure they do too, but I'm liking the looks of things overall. They fixed it so 2 hostage takers don't loop or anything. So, I mean, I can steal theirs and then cast theirs, but I would use it to exile something else. Okay. That's pretty gross. So they're going to kill both my creatures here. They're fighting with a hostage taker again. Who fights with hostage takers? Our opponent, apparently. Yeah, so now it's a question of whether I'd rather just wait. No, I should probably just play my hostage taker and then play their hostage taker to exile their hostage taker token. That's what I'm going to try to do. See if they let me. Oh my god. How many times am I going to get blown out by Sublime Epiphany today? Okay, then. Thief of Sanity. I think maybe with 3 you can make this combo work now. But these are tokens, so it won't really work. I don't actually have any instants to recast right now. I'm gonna take 6. One thing this deck is really lacking is a board sweeper. Like, we didn't end up with one. We passed like an early Languish, didn't we? When we were sort of trying to find our path. Would have been so good. Oh my god. Well, I think our opponent pretty much has us. Unless I draw a removal spell. Which was possible, but... And my Gearhulk has no instance to copy. Yeah, I think we can call this one a game. We don't have any outs. Alright, what does that put it at? Put us at? Is that 4-3 or 5-3? It's a winning record, but not by a lot. It was a fun deck, though, after drafting 2 aggro decks to start the day to end up in one like this was fun. Five, yeah. Good.